autism, and yeah, it's quite noticeable that I got autism. I've definitely changed throughout the few years, so I definitely know what the struggles is like having autism just like you. It's not easy, is it, friend? No, nobody said it ever was easy, but you managed it. You're so far in life. Proud of your accomplishments. So, this video is for those with autism and anxiety, but specifically focused for those just like me who have autism. I want to show you a few things, if that's alright. Okay. This used to be one of my favorite things during class. I used to have those tangle twisters back in the days. Oh man. Talking about a decade ago maybe. So I got diagnosed at the age of 5. I used to always just be different than the other kids. Like, you know when parents say, you're one of a kind, you're different than the rest. I was different. On an emotional aspect, I was behind the other kids. Couldn't explain my emotions. I could cry about the weirdest things, can get angry about anything. Still do sometimes. I guess some things you never outlearn, right? So at the age of 5, pretty much my parents thought, why is he so retarded, man? Like, what's up with this kid? Nah, I'm just kidding. Did a test on me. Turned out, yeah, I had autism all along. My parents suspected something like that, so they were cool with it. Then it's been a hell of a ride. God damn, it's been a ride. It was not easy growing up with autism at all, man. Made it very difficult for my parents at the time. I look back at it now, I wish I never did. I really look back at it and I disappoint myself. But I was so small, I didn't know. Been to multiple special schools. The best school that I ever went to was in Spijkenisse, Okkers. Crap neighborhood, but amazing school and teachers at the time. I don't know if it's still the same or improved, maybe, I don't know. When you read the reviews online, it's the dumbest stuff, like no Wi-Fi and stuff. It's like, bro, it's a school, not a goddamn, prison, But just like you, I know what it's like getting left out from certain things. Trust me, I've been there so often in my life. Not anymore, no. I socialize, that's why. And this is one of many things that I used to buy that kept me at peace during class. When I was stressed or I needed to feel like I was strangling something or someone, I would just get one of these and just strangle it. Grab its by the neck and it would keep me at peace. Cute, right? Squishy toys, I remember them being a big hype many years ago. Not anymore. But what is your story? Tell me what it's like. Kinda similar, right? That's okay. You all go through something. Autism or not, everyone goes through phases in life. Who am I? What do I identify myself as? With what group? With people? Exact same thing I had. Took a while to finally know what I liked and stuff. But I managed it. 21 years later, we're here. Autistic as it gets, but very hardly noticeable. Really, people always tell me, I don't even notice you got autism. My girlfriend says as well, I don't even notice you got it. So that's a good thing. But obviously my parents know that I got it. They know exactly how to deal with it. I've been living with them for 21 years, so of course they know what it's like having a kid with autism. For those who don't have autism, how can I describe it the best? It's difficult to understand really and explain it at the same time. You just have it. It's not a medical condition or anything. It's not a disease, which a lot of people used to think it was. this was also so long ago, like God, 12 years ago maybe. Yeah, around that time, 09, 10. So I went to this park with my caretaker, well, babysitter. She used to come like every single Wednesday, so I always got excited when she came around. So this one time she said, "Oh, I know a place where we can go, a park," and there was a kid with Down syndrome. He had a helmet on. I didn't know why he had a helmet on back at the time. Still don't know why some of them got a helmet on. Don't know why. Like, do they bash their heads against walls? I hope not. Anyways, he took my ball and I got pissed off at him. Ripped it out of his arms. There's a lack of social communication. Like, a normal person would say, "Hey, could I get my ball back perhaps?" But I got pissed off. Walked towards him and ripped it out of his arms. I know he didn't mean to. I look back at it now, it's like the poor kid didn't even probably know that it was my ball. He saw the ball, he grabbed it, picked it up. He did walk away, so that's when I got pissed off. And I walked to him, grabbed it out of his arm and said, "That is my ball." Yeah, some would say it's rude. Lack of social communication. Yeah, I had drip as a baby. Goddamn right I did. Look at that shit, dude. That's awesome, right? Crumbling and falling apart with the glue. See, Nike don't make these type of quality shoes. This is 21 years, like 19 years old. Look at the quality. Could you imagine a little mini Keegan one day? Wouldn't that be awesome? I think about it sometimes. What would it be like if I had a kid? But I would also be very scared. I'm gonna be very honest. I'd be scared because I wouldn't want my kid to go through what I went through. I wouldn't want my kid to have autism. I wouldn't. You know what I mean? I also feel like I wouldn't be a good father, man. I don't know. Like, I would hate to see my kid go through the same stuff that I went through. Because having autism, well, you're pretty much guaranteed that your kid will have it as well. Or maybe, could you imagine a little Keegan one day? I would want a boy, preferably, but the kid is a kid, man. Being able to have a kid is a blessing to begin with. You don't get to pick and choose. Not everyone can pick and choose, you know. Some people can't even get a kid or can get pregnant, so you shouldn't complain whatever the gender is, really. You should never. But yeah, my preference would be a little baby boy. Eventually, one day, maybe. Gonna cost me a lot of goddamn money, man. I'm just saying. And you know I'm right, though. You could have bought a nice house, but you chose to have a kid instead. You could have bought a nice watch, but you chose a kid instead, you know. It's a joke, I know. But yeah, life with autism, I know what it's like. It ain't easy. Especially as a kid. Because you don't know what it is. I used to think that I was cursed as a kid. I used to have to go to a psychiatrist or like a personal Dr. Ansgar, his name was, and Dr. Bernie, two of my favorite people, and they helped me a lot during my times when I was struggling. Yeah, I think the worst period was 2012, 2015. I really struggled with my own identity, communicating with people, because I was just straight up honest. Like, people with autism, they don't lie to your face. If you look terrible, I'm gonna just keep it very honest. Yeah, you don't look good. And I used to do that in public, and people used to get pissed off. So my brother used to have to say, "Listen, he doesn't mean it, he's just honest. You know, he's got autism, he can't handle it." Some people used to get very upset. Like, I know this one time, for instance, there was this rather fat person in front of me, keeping it on bulk. I'm not gonna pretend like it wasn't. She was fat, right? Cool, whatever, right? And I told her, like, "Why are you so fat?" That's straight up what I asked. And she turned around, she got very pissed off at me. I mean, rightfully so. But in the back of my mind, at the time, in my books, it was just a normal question. I was wondering, why is this lady so big? Why is the rest of these people so small? I just asked her, "Why are you so, like, fat? What's up with that?" I was 7 or 8 at the time, like 6. pissed off because of what I just straight up honestly said or asked. I had no shame as a kid. But then my parents had to explain, listen, we can't help it really. We try and teach him for the better to like not say or ask those things, because in his eyes, it's normal questions. I was only 7 when I said those things, so give me a break. So, coming from a child, growing up, coming in my teenage years, there was this one sport that I really liked, but I quit after like 2 years or something like that. Was Judo. This is the highest rank that I went to. I would have and could have probably gotten a black belt, but a lot of people don't know white belt is the highest form of rank. The thick white belt is like nearly impossible to get. Very, very difficult. Only the best, the best. But yeah, Judo was a great expression and form of me to take my anger out on people and pretty much legally be able to hurt them if I felt like it. I had this one kid, his name was, I think his name was Donatello, he was like an Italian. He used to, I swear to God, I used to go harsh on him, but I used to go harsh on everyone. I didn't care if they were female or whatever. I used to just say, it's a sport, you don't like it, then don't play it. I was 13 at the time, and I was skinny. Holy crap, goddamn, I was skinny, man, but I was good at what I did. So this one time I was strangling pretty much my judo teacher, who was my friend actually as well in real life. He taught me like illegal moves in judo that you're not allowed to use during a match, but he'll let me slide during the track practice. Why? Because I was too young. I was only allowed to know these moves when I was 16 and only use them. So this one time I'd had him in the chokehold. You're allowed like a certain type of chokehold. Yeah, he wasn't too happy, and his father got pissed off at me. I'm like, dude, it's a sport, goddamn. But he used to always cry, even when I used to go harsh on him. But in the back of my mind, I felt like, why are you even on this sport if you don't want to go harsh and play football or something? But yeah, I used to be harsh on the people. Like, I had no mercy, because I took it very serious. I used to do competition, and I did not like the competitive games. I hated it, man. I used to go against people that were double my size, were more than me, and were just physically stronger. I wasn't that strong. I've never won any of the matches. I never won any. But yeah, this is my belt. You've got the thin, then you got the thick, you got the slip-ons. Yeah, some memories, man. Nearly 10 years old. And then yeah, the suits as well. Good memories. I used to love playing judo. I quit because of injuries, man, and the competitiveness. I wasn't enjoying it. It was horrible. I couldn't do it now. I'm not strong enough. But for those who don't believe me, this is mine. Some great memories. Definitely awesome. It was an awesome way for me to let out my frustration and anger at the end of the week. Like every Friday, I think at 6 o'clock, so I would often arrive at like 5 on the bicycle and just chill there for like an hour. And I used to get pissed off at people and just throw them on the ground, and a lot of them couldn't appreciate it, but like I said, it's a sport. I'm gonna take it serious. One of the things that I used to do as a kid, I used to draw roads. That's how I expressed my emotions towards people. I take a big piece of paper and I would just make these roads that go through each other. I don't do that much now. I just like listening to music. Like, music is my form of expression of me time. Leave me alone. My parents know if I'm blasting my music in my crib, they know, okay, you don't want to be disturbed. They know it. I don't even have to tell them. I also used to explain to teachers back then, the reason I draw these roads is it's my form of expressing what is going on in my mind. My mind is very active. I mean, still to this day, very hectic. I can speak about one subject and then like 2 seconds later I'll be forgetting getting what I spoke because it's so goddamn busy. Like, here's the thing, I don't know if it's got to do with the fact I got autism or not, but I got very short-term memory. I could, for instance, put my keys somewhere, and then like, not even a minute later, I'd be like, shit, where did I put my keys? I have that all the time with my phone. Where did I put it? I just had it here. I just had it in my hand. The other day I had my phone in my hand and I asked my dad, where's my phone? He said, it's in your hand. I said, oh, my bad. So much goes through my mind. That's the thing of autism. It's very... Well, here's the thing. I went to special schools, right? Not everyone was super duper hectic and energetic. There was this one girl in my class. Her name was Savannah. She had autism, but she was very calm. What made her different from the rest is she was emotionally very distressed about the smallest things, could get angry about the smallest things. Females, I suppose, huh? Sorry. See, that's the things as well. I say these type of things, they just pop up in my head. I'm just being honest, bro. Females are great. So as I'm saying to the guys can be cuckoo, but like females are cuckoo. Even my girls sometimes be like cuckoo, man. But yeah, like autism comes in all different forms. You've got the classic autism, which is more of a... Like, we had a kid in the class named Eric, right? Smart kid. He knew all countries in Europe. Unreal. I swear to God, I'm being very honest to you. He had classic autism. Goddamn, he knew everything about football. He knew everything about geography. Geography was his strongest thing. He wouldn't even have to learn it. He would get an A and a C or a B. Not even learning it. Geography used to be his strongest thing. It's crazy. Now he's a chef. Cool, right? It's kind of hectic. That's what happens up there every day. Yeah. That's what I used to try to explain to my teachers. This is what's going through my mind every single day. Just hectic. There's never peace in my head. The only time there's peace in my head is when Manchester United win a game. And even then, it's still hectic. No, what makes me calm nowadays is my girl, obviously. She makes me very calm. That's every one of the things that I'm just glad that I stumbled upon life is somebody that I can trust and have feelings for, right? So yeah, she's definitely something that keeps me calm in a way. And music as well. Like, music just puts me in the mood. If I'm driving in the whip, I'ma blast my stuff, open my windows with nice weather, and just talk my stuff, you know. And it's the same with this. It's a great form of expressing yourself, drawing your feelings. You should try it once if you don't know how to speak or communicate or don't like talking to someone. Do some simple drawings. It can really do a lot of wonders. A lot of us with autism also only know this form of communication. Some kids with autism don't know how to speak, don't know how to express their emotions, so give them a piece of paper, give them a piece of pen, and they'll start writing or drawing anything that comes up in their mind. That's why I do these drawing videos. I don't think, I just do. Nothing pops up in my mind, I just draw whatever I feel like. So if you give a kid with autism a piece of paper and pencil, they'll start writing things down, or they start drawing things and explaining to you, this is what it's like, this is what I'm feeling. It's an actual thing. I used to do that. So I really hope you enjoyed this ASMR for autism. I hope I could help you out with this video. And don't worry, man, you're gonna come through the stuff. You just gotta keep on pushing and keep keep doing your thing. Really appreciate you for spending time with me. I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.